Test. Hey there, guys. What's up? So I sincerely hope you have a fairly or very enjoyable weekend Friday. I'm your host, Francis Sandet. Welcome to my program and the channel. So tonight I'd like to have a few words about how to acquire happiness, joy, without having to compromise your health, your morale, and also on top of that, I also like to add some of the tips I managed to gather throughout the years I've spent in both Singapore, Australia, China, pretty much throughout the world. I don't actually consider myself a very logical or very reasonable person. I don't consider myself a logical person who tends to use to make the best use of his brain, mostly logical thinking, who also tends to make reasonable decisions based on logical reasoning. When I mentioned that, when I brought that up, I meant to say I don't, I usually hate to judge situations, things, people, purely based on its financial value or financial merit benefits. I do have to admit that I am still looking for genuine friendship, genuine love, true love, and peace of mind without having to spend too much money. And I have been dedicating my life to finding true happiness and peace and love. And who else hasn't? Who else has not actually at least tried to attain that? If you don't mind, I ask you that. I noticed several intriguing. I noticed several intriguing phenomena, which was I tend to, my mood, my instantaneous mood usually depends purely or heavily on a single matter, such as yesterday night I had been feeling pretty down, upset throughout the entire day until I got hit by some good news, by some messages from some more new clients, and that client had agreed to commit to this deal and pay the money, and that somehow instantly made me, instantly boosted up my mood. That instantly made me feel a lot better. somehow. While I shouldn't, while I suspect I shouldn't see such abrupt mood shifting, mood changes that instantaneously. It's just pretty much all seems mind blowing, even to myself, because though it occurred to me several times, I didn't actually realize that. I didn't actually realize such fact until it actually happened. So that made me began to question, everything, and that made me begin to question everything that's been going on around me, and then in turn, I began to appreciate the true meaning of hope, salvation, redemption, love, and truly, we just have to admit the fact that human perceptions always have profound limits, and it's only by realizing those limits can we actually begin to appreciate the kindness, the love from God, and how much, not exactly how much, but how profoundly much we can get from our lives. Just imagine, just try to imagine how many things haven't you actually done? How many places haven't you physically paid a visit to? And even with yourself, by yourself in solitary, there are still, you still have lots of ideas, lots of moments, instances to tinker with, to experiment on. There, all those possibilities still seem quite limitless. It still seems very profound to me. Not until I managed to discover the limits, the limitations of human perception towards many things, many objects, many different situations, circumstances. So if you ask me how to stay happy, positive, how to always stay happy and positive, well, in fact, the answer is truly simple and somewhat mundane. You need first to appreciate what you have, who you have, and what you can do instead of what you can't do, and what you don't have. We also need to see the overall trend, the in other words, the big picture. Make first of all make a try, or at least try to make, or at least learn how to try to make a seemingly fair, objective evaluation or assessment of yourself, of your current self, in contrast to your previous self. Perhaps we can still make that kind of contrast, that kind of comparison, but not against other people. Instead, we need to make that contrast against our past, our previous or residual self-image, residual self-images. Does that make sense? I quoted this terminology directly from the film The Matrix. So if you haven't watched that film, I highly suggest, I highly recommend that you go and watch it ASAP. The movie, the film Matrix, was the very first movie, the very first science fiction movie I have encountered and actually took that seriously, and I watched that movie over and over again. Even now, it still keeps mesmerizing me, into watching it more and more. It is mesmerizing. It is fascinating. I have to admit that, and so do you guys. We just can't judge our situations by a single piece of result, by a single outcome of a certain event, or even several, or even many events that you have actually experienced. It's just so hard to judge, and I don't think we should have the luxury of making over interpretations and too many judgments on people, including ourselves. And perhaps that's one of the most effective ways to stay happy and positive all the time. What else? Shit, man. What else should I say about mental health and how to maintain a fairly healthy and stable mental state? Anyway, guys, I shall let you guys know more about it once I have made more discoveries and gathered more ideas. Thank you again for watching and listening. I'm your host, Francis Sandet. Again, I sincerely hope you can enjoy your weekends and spend your valuable time with valuable people, with those people who genuinely care about you. So, thank you for watching and listening again. I shall see you on the next video on YouTube. God bless, stay faithful, stay tuned, and stay blessed. Cheers.